This is the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove. Billy is an innovative leader in the industry who loves teaching others how to build quality fence. So kick back, grab a cold beverage, and get ready to talk about fence. Today's show is sponsored by Mr. Fence Academy, National Metal Industries, and GURY. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. Real fencers, real job sites, real training equals real results. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fabulous Tuesday? I hope y'all have had a wonderful week. It was rainy here and I got a little cold, so hence why I'm not at the studio. I didn't want to get Chris's office all icky gicky with germs and stuff and whatnot like that. So I'm at home. It's been a great week, y'all. Like I said, it's warmed up real nice. We got a great show lined up. First and foremost, thank you to our sponsors, Mr. Fence Academy, www.mrfenceacademy.com. If you're looking to revolutionize your fence game, okay, it's going to be awesome. Go look into it. And then, of course, we have National Metal Industries, www.nmifence.com. Go look them up if you need anything from privacy slats for like chain link tools. If you need, I'm pretty sure they sell vinyl, but go look them up. nmifence.com. Last but not least, GURY signs and decals. If you're in the market for a fence sign for your fence, which everybody should be putting them on there afterwards, go hit up GURY. Best signs on the market, www.jcgury.com. Guys, tonight's going to be a great show. I have Jontel Jackson on, better known as Uncle John on like social media. And if you guys don't know who he is one of the social media influencers that does like charity work for like his community. And he makes a like YouTube channel out of it. Really cool stuff. I had the pleasure of meeting him about a month ago now, about 3 weeks ago at my previous training. He came down from Louisiana and he attended a 3-day no-dig training because he was getting a lot of fence requests and wanted to get into the no-dig game. So that was cool. He had already bought a driver. He was ready to go, just needed to learn how to do it. So I had the pleasure of meeting him, not knowing who he was or anything, but after meeting him, I was like, man, I got to get you on the podcast. We got to introduce you into the fence world, let him in since he is doing it now, but still on a very much different level, but still doing it. It's very awesome stuff. But without further ado, it looks like he's turned his camera back on. So I'm going to go ahead and get on Mr. Jontel Jackson, guys.
How's it going, Billy? Oh, man, I can't complain, bro. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Other than this stupid head cold, man, I'm doing great, man. I was still out there working today. I didn't feel the greatest, but
got to keep going, man. With the weather, we can't beat it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. But like we got some chain link done today, man. So even with the cold, I was out there, getting it done. How was your day and your past week?
It was pretty good. I mean, it rained kind of heavy. I've been taking this week off from doing a lot of things, just basically planning out my next weeks. But it's been pretty good, pretty solid, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. All right. Well, fence industry, meet Jontel Jackson. Jontel Jackson, meet like fence industry. So I wanted to get you on here to not only introduce you into the fence industry, but also our main topic, which you are very good at, is branding yourself on social media, right? Because I know, but like a lot of our viewers don't know, like your story. So, tell us the process from going to a 9 to 5 job to making meaningful content, getting paid for it.
So I left my 9 to 5 job probably like 2 years ago. Well, it's 3 years now, back in 2022. And I did it to run my own business. Me and my wife have a beauty business. So outside of just content and branding and building things, I'm one of them guys that kind of know everything about women beauty. It probably don't look like it. But after doing that for a little while, we hired some people to work at our store. So I kind of played the backfield. I spent a lot of time at home. And I was working out of my backyard probably sometime last year. And I just picked up my phone, started recording, man. And the next day, I just started doing content full time. Well, let me back up a little bit. I started recording and I posted it to TikTok. I had 6 followers at the time on TikTok, and it hit like probably like 3 or 4 million views. And the next day, I was like, I think I could do this full time, and I've been doing it full time ever since. So it was nothing really planned on purpose or anything like that. I never strive to have, millions of followers, anything like that. It just happened naturally, and I just used the skills that I picked up throughout the years, and it's been working, been a fun thing, man. Fun process, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So where did you get this idea to just do all of the like charity work? Is that what you were saying that you were doing on the side anyways, or like was that part of the evolution of your channel, is like you realized that that's what filled your cup up?
So the first video I actually did a fence. It's right behind me back here. You can't see it. And I did it between me and my neighbor house. And he asked me to do it. He paid for all the material. And that's the one I recorded. If you go on my page, you can scroll down. It's not too far down. But throughout the years, man, I haven't really done things as heavily as I've had within the past year. But throughout the years, I always did things like help my neighbors cut their grass, simple stuff like that. But what my YouTube channel and all my other channels has done for me has allowed me to really take it to a different level. I mean, when it comes down to fencing, and I do many different things, pergola sheds, all type of different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to that stuff, the material is really expensive, right? That's not like
Yeah.
cutting grass.
Yeah. Right.
But once I got into the YouTube world, I don't call it influencing, but once I got into the YouTube and content making world, I told myself like within a month in, like, hey, I want to do this for people completely for free. And I also want to be able to purchase all the material. And I didn't put a deadline or nothing on myself like this is what I want to do in 2 years. I just knew this is what I wanted to do. And within like 6 weeks, I was able to start purchasing material and also doing all the work for people for free. So it's one of them things to where it started off small throughout years, from just,
Right.
helping my neighbors cut grass or whatever I can help with, to doing what you see today.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Man, that's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
a really cool story. And like I actually didn't get to hear that like story because we were so busy that the
Yeah.
like 3 days that you were here. But that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
We're gonna jump to some comments real quick. Say hello. There is my beautiful wife. She says, "Hey guys, hey babe."
How you doing, Amanda?
All right,
Like we
look at
got
that.
Evan here too. What's
We
going
got
on, Evan?
Evan Gardner. What's up, man?
I just used that guy tools, man. He got some good tools.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He says, "Hey John, nice to meet you, goofy ass." All right, Karen McManus O'Neill's in the house. She says, "Hello, John. Hi, Billy. Hello, Karen. Nice to
How
see
you
you
doing,
again
Karen?
on this Tuesday." All right, guys. Well, that's all for now, comment wise. But yeah, man. So when did when did you hear about the no dig thing? Because obviously you had been doing some fences before that. Was it just in the whole YouTube world and you just stumbled upon it?
No, I was actually on Facebook, and I follow the Pro Fence page. I can't think of the exact one it is, ran by Sean King.
Yeah.
And I seen Evan with his tools on there. Matter of fact, I seen it 6 months prior to me reaching out to him. And I reached out to him, and man, he gave me all the information about no dig. Everybody on that page was really helpful and pointed me in the right direction. But when I spoke to Evan, he gave me Mr. Fence Tools, which is Sean King, right? He sent me over there, told me what about a post driver and stuff from. And after purchasing a post driver, I had a question or two, and I called Mr. Fence office, and I was asking about the gas powered US Hammer versus the pneumatic. And the guy that I was talking with, his name is Al. He was like, "Man, I
Yeah.
recognize your voice. You know, do you're not the guy on YouTube that do stuff for his neighbors, right?" And I was like, "Yep, that's me." And within an hour or so, I heard from Sean. He called me on the phone. That's when I was introduced to the training that you all do in Florida. But it all started off from a phone call to Evan asking about his wingman tools.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's
I seen guys doing it on Facebook, and I felt like the way I do things, if I'm purchasing material and I'm doing all the work for free and I'm doing it by myself, it's like I gotta have an easier way. I cannot be digging and setting. This is just back breaking work, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So I knew I wanted to upgrade it, and everything that I've ever made from YouTube, anything, I just invested it in back into helping people that I help. So that's what allowed me to be able to afford the tools and stuff like that.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
that's that's really awesome, man. So I saw you just made a new video, and you did
Mhm.
it with the US Hammer and with
Yeah.
Postmasters, right?
Yeah.
Liked that video, but how did that install go on the back end now that you've had some like actual people showing you how to like do the driven system? Like what
I mean,
was
you talking about how was my experience?
yeah.
It was great, man. I mean, I worked with Evan a week before I came out and worked with you. He showed me a lot of great things. You all showed me a lot of great things. So when I went out there, I had skills that I didn't have before, because when it came down to the fence industry and building fences, I'm just one of them guys where I picked up a auger, picked up a post hole digger, and I just started doing it from visual. So it was never any learned technique. I never really uh, had any personal relationships with anyone else in the industry. You guys are the first people I've ever met in the industry that I've had a relationship with. So when I went out and I did the no dig system, and it only took me probably a few hours to put all the posts in, probably 2 hours at the most. That was a completely better experience than me sitting out there digging and setting all day, going back and forth to the trailer, picking up bags of concrete, 4x4s, mixing concrete. It was just an overall better experience. I don't think I ever dig and set again.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome. Love to hear it, especially after your like first video on it too. Because I was like,
Yeah,
oh man, I saw that the other day, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna ask
yeah,
him like how it went on the back end of that install. So I'm
yeah,
glad that it went smoothly.
yeah.
Uh, and
One thing you probably don't know, because I didn't say it, I didn't mention it. We had all the other guys out there was training with. But when I
mhm,
was looking at it and I seen the whole system, right? I Since we talking about branding and social media, I knew one thing is the general public haven't seen this yet.
right,
So when I was learning it and I'm using it and just the tools, people are amazed by just the tools you use. So when I was using it with you guys out in Florida, I was like, the first video I do is gonna really introduce the world to no dig, right? And I did the video, and you know, uh, when I was making it, I made it just like any other. I wasn't expecting it to do exactly what it did. But it shot up to almost, I believe, like 20 million on YouTube so far, almost 20 million on TikTok. It did really great on all platforms. It even got an article in People magazine. So I didn't expect it to take off that fast.
that's awesome, man. I love to hear it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's really great. But all right, so we got a couple more people. Like down in the chat, we got Mr. Mike Levy of National Metal Industries says, "Hey John, hey Billy, what's going on, Mike?"
How's it going, Mike?
We got Mr. Sean King, Mr.
The
Fent.
king himself. Yeah,
There we
the
go.
king
What's
himself.
up, guys? What is going on, Sean?
How's it going, Sean?
We got Josh Clark over here being a smartass.
That's my man. What's going on, Josh?
John
Look,
loves being
the
fleshed out
shadow
by the
box gonna be the last one I do, man. Not by myself. I don't think I'm doing shadow box.
All right, we got a fellow podcaster in the house, Mr. Craig Eubanks of Fence Guy Fridays. He says, "What up, fellas? What's going on,
What's
buddy?"
going on, Craig?
All right. Sean says, proud of you, man. Let's take it to the moon. Absolutely.
Let's do it, man. Let's
And
do it.
all right. So here's a topic that you and I did have a chance to talk about while like you were like in town. And I feel very strongly about this topic because it's why I'm here. Branding yourself on social media. Doesn't matter what platform you do. If you feel like you can do it, you can probably do it, right?
Right.
Like all of it is just an idea. What are some advice, tips, tricks, or like pointers you would give to some of the guys who is tired of like my advice like about it, just like getting started out with it?
Are we talking about like general or people like in the fence industry that's trying to gain customers?
In general, like you remember at dinner I told you about Jackson Fence's fence, man, I forget his name, but like he's like branded himself as the fence guy of Jackson, Tennessee, and he's the salesman.
Yep.
But like you don't necessarily have to own the company to brand yourself, even if it's not within fencing. I mean, like, if you got an idea, run with it, because it might work, and
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It might work, right? And we kind of question ourselves a lot when it comes to social media. I was always one of them guys to where that the thing that held me back a long time from even making anything on social media was when I speak, it's like I don't have a voice for it, right? But
right.
I was the only person telling myself that. And as far as what we perceive to be reality is that's the only reality for ourselves. So that's when we become not so confident in what we're doing. So as far as for general with people, right? I just say just go and do it. Like if you know you want to do it, talk to the amateurs, talk to the general audience, even if you're just making general content or if you're in the fence industry and you want to get customers, don't talk to them like a customer, just talk to them like a regular person. Show them the process that you're doing, kind of educate them, but in a simple way, in an elementary way.
Right.
Educate them in an elementary way. Don't go too professional with them, and just have fun doing it. And it goes back to, like I say, don't question yourself, because one of the things that people love about my content is they say they love my voice, and it's just all around the world. Like people watch it from, I'm in Louisiana, but my most watched areas are like New York City, United Kingdom, and Australia, right? And I only have 2 cities in the top 500 that watch Uncle John as much as the rest of the world. But I always thought like I didn't have the voice for it. I didn't have the look for it. But when I started doing it, it instantly hit, and people was just like, "Oh man, I could just listen to your voice all day." So that was a wake up for me, right? And it changed my perception of reality as far as what my voice is. And now I'm 100% confident I can do a voiceover on anything. I'm looking forward to doing one of those documentaries like Morgan Freeman or somebody doing Animal Planet, So just go for it and do it, man. And enjoy it, and don't be desperate. A lot of people get desperate. They want something to work, but it's gonna work or it's not gonna work,
Right. Absolutely, man. I 150% agree. All right, we got Chris Steele in the house. What's up, buddy?
My man, Chris. What's going on, Chris?
Chris, I did you a favor. I did the podcast at home so I wouldn't get my germs all over your office. So love you, buddy. All right, we got Mr. David Barlow in the house. He says, I got to learn that system. Yes, sir, you do. Even if you don't go to it full time, man, just being able to offer it as an upgrade is worth its weight in gold. I promise you that.
Once he tried, he'll never go back.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And it will catch on, I promise you. And like in the next 15 years, we're not going to be digging holes anymore. I swear on my life.
Oh yeah.
All right. Chris Steele says, Danny. I don't know. Danny. Evan Gardner. I had several people contact me from seeing your last video. Thank you, brother. Oh yeah, man. I love it.
Feature that wing, man. Look like we got Jeff. Everybody call me Andre 3000. Everybody say Andre 3000, Morgan Freeman. I don't know.
Oh man, I didn't see it.
Think I sound like I'm 60 years old.
That's freaking hilarious. All right, man. Well, we are going to take a quick commercial break real fast, and we'll be back. I'm just going to roll. I'm going to roll both of them real fast. We'll be back here in 2 minutes. Do, 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 do.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National. J.C. GURY Signs and Decals has been a trusted name in the sign industry since 1949, with all manufacturing done in-house from start to finish right here in the USA. With 75 years in outdoor signage and roots dating back to the 1920s, J.C. GURY specializes in durable, high-quality signs and decals. In-house screen printing since the 1970s ensures every product meets the highest standards. Visit jcgury.com for more information. Every aluminum sign includes Mylar lamination at no extra cost, extending product life in tough outdoor conditions. For unmatched quality and longevity, visit jcgury.com.
What's up, man? We back.
We back. Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. One more time, go visit National Metal Industries, nmifence.com if you're in the market for any privacy slats, fencing materials, chain link pliers, all that stuff. jcgury.com if you're looking for a fence sign. Hands down, the best quality signs ever. Oh, look. I got the one that I gave my son to put up right here. My green screen's not letting it do it. But anyways, guys, really great quality signs. Like www.jcgury.com. Go check them out. Speaking of them, they're in the house. Mark and Mary Cobb. Hey, guys. All right. So where were we? We were. Sorry, guys. I really had to sneeze. As soon as I hit the commercial, I was like, oh, thank God. I had to sneeze bad. But so what I was saying right before we went to the commercial break is branding yourself, put yourself out there, make content, whether it's podcast or making TikTok videos. Just take that first step, man. Take the leap, and you got to be fast if you want it to happen naturally. I'm not real big on any of the other platforms. Facebook is kind of my bread and butter. But I did have one TikTok video blow up to like 15 million views. Joe Everest shared a remix of that one, and it gets everybody all riled up on the internet. So because I tossed my $3 Harbor Freight level, I didn't toss it. I kind of threw it.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I was going really fast. And I just threw it off to the left. And but like for every mad person that was mad about me throwing that $3 level, I got like 2,000, 2,500 views, and it just kept going all night. Like it
is what it is, man.
It is what it is, man. So man, it freaking happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny that you say that because everybody always want good reactions, right?
Yeah.
But when you do stuff like that, that could be a good reason why the video, blew up the way it did, because the algorithms don't know what's a good comment or a bad comment. It just know that you have 1,000 comments, right? So you just leave everything in your videos. Don't try and be perfect.
Yep. And I was having like a blast just reading the comments. I wasn't like replying to any of them. I was just reading them, watching them fight back and forth. I'm like, man, y'all are doing me favors over here. This is great.
Yeah.
But so as far as charity products, projects. I know you and I have wants and plans to do that here. What's your next one? Are you can you give us a hint?
So it's gonna be probably. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I've got planned out.
Oh,
So
nice.
those guys that I met at the training in Florida, right? They just started their business. They have all the tools that they want, and I plan on sometime probably in the future traveling to South Florida with them. You know, doing something for someone down there, and also doing something over here in Houston, Texas. Probably do like a pergola in someone's yard. It's not fencing at all. Pergola like pathway and flower beds and stuff like that.
Nice.
But I really still at the point where I kind of juggle it all. I don't have a. I was about to say I don't have a huge team, but I don't have a team at all. So I record, plan, film everything, and sometimes I have something planned for this week. If the weather look like it's not going to allow me to work 2 days, I do something that's pretty simple and pretty fast.
Right.
So I can't give you a rundown of everything I'm gonna be doing because it'd be spontaneous to tell you the truth.
Okay. Well, here we
Yeah,
go.
I
We got
will be at Fence
Mr.
Tech.
Zach Ramiro says, "Hey y'all, this is Blackline HHP High Heat Performance. Yes, HHP. That is him. We got Mr. Evan Gardner says, "Bless you. Thank you, sir.
Bless you, sir.
Perfect timing." Vanessa Martin says, "Hey neighbor."
How you doing, Vanessa? I shared it on my Facebook. That's where
Oh,
Vanessa comes from.
good. And you should
Yeah.
have been able to get a downloadable copy too. Did you click that link?
I didn't. I just seen it during the break, and that's when I went to your page and I just shared it to my
Oh,
Facebook.
okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So you are going to Salt Lake, right?
I will. I'll be down there with Sean and Evan and Mr. Chris Steele.
Yep.
I'm gonna make it down probably on Tuesday. I'll probably be there from Tuesday to Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to that one, so I'll be here in Florida. Mr. Brian Carosi says, "What's up, fellas? What's going on, man? How's weather up in your part of the country? Y'all still getting snow and frozen up there?" But yeah, man. So you got Fence Tech coming up what next week, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's next week. It's one of the two. Let's see here. It's starting on the 24th. Well, that's when I'm leaving on the 24th. So we probably got a little bit over a week.
Okay, so it's the last weekend.
Yes, the last week in February.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. So then you still got 2 weeks. So you got Brian Carsey says snow still. Man, we had it for what 3 days, John? I don't know.
Yeah, that's snow. Look, it was fun on the first day, right, with the kids and everything, but it shut down Baton Rouge for over a week, and that was just ridiculous. I don't want to see the snow no more.
Yeah, no more. I was good.
Yeah.
All right, JC Gurry signs and decal says, "We will miss you, Billy, at FinSec." Yes, you will, but hopefully I'll be there next year. But I will be in Las Vegas for the Fence show. Are you going to go to that one, John?
I haven't made a decision on that one yet.
I gotcha.
I think it was today or yesterday. I was just looking at that one. So when I heard about Fence Tech, it was through the guy that owned Reality Fence. I don't know if you know about the Reality Fence app.
Oh yeah.
And he told me he was gone, and it just put it on my mind that I wanted to go. Posted it, and that's when my good friend Sean sent me an invite. So as soon as he sent me the invite, I booked the plane ticket, booked the hotel, and
boom,
he helped me make my decision. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. The guys over at Reality Fence are awesome. My wife missed the last shuttle bus, and they heard who she was, and they got her a ride over to me in Vegas last time we were there. So guys, go check out Reality Fence. Thanks again for that, y'all. Right. Karen McManus says, "Easy Louver will be at Fence Tech. Stop by booth number 2609 and say hi."
Gotcha, will do.
Mike Levy says, "I'll be walking the show and schmoozing with fencers all week." Love it, man. All right. Blackline HHP Products LLC, booth 1444 at Fence Tech. Oh man, you're getting all the good shout outs right now.
Oh yeah.
All right, brother. You got any like closing thoughts for us?
As far as social media, the closing thoughts I got is like I say, man, just be confident and do it. I see a lot of people in all industries. It's not just fencing, and I have to make content for my business, which is a beauty business that I do on the side, and just talk to regular people, man. I see a lot of guys that kind of fail because they fail at social media because they want to get the sale, right? And whenever you're looking to get something, it's like the cat and mouse game. The moment you start chasing something, it runs away. So you have to just attract it to you. uh, we got some interesting things in the fence world. Get in there, film it, show it. I'm not saying it's going to be easy to film. I work real hard when it comes to filming. I do double the work, but it will be worth it, especially for the guys that's probably really small that can't afford to have a salesman or something like that, right? Social media is a real powerful tool. And if you just relax and use it the way it's meant to be used and connect with people socially, you'll get a lot of people in your inbox asking about products, asking about, can you come over and, give them a quote on their fence? If you want to just do something general and you want to do content filming your dog and you don't want to do nothing when it comes down to business, just take the same approach. Have fun with it. Don't compare yourself to Uncle John. Don't compare yourself to anybody else that you see. Like my friend Sean King. Don't compare anyone that you see that has a lot of momentum because we all started off somewhere. So,
Right.
I tell people all the time, like, if you don't want to succeed, try and operate at the level of the people that's already successful. You have to operate at your starting point, and then one day you'll get there. Everyone that I was inspired by, as far as YouTube and things like that, my channel has passed them in following, and they've been doing it for years. So just
Right.
be naive when you go in and do things. Don't do too much studying, uh, and just produce something that you would enjoy watching. Don't make any videos, any advertisement, or anything that you think is going to sell, but you don't enjoy. Make something that you enjoy watching. And it's a lot of people out there that's like you. I had a conversation with a guy on yesterday, and he put it into perspective. He was like, when it comes down to all us, 90% of the makeup of us are the same. There's only 10% that makes us different. So it's a good chance that if you create content, advertisement, marketing, or anything, and you enjoy watching it yourself, thousands of millions of other people will enjoy it too. And it's great benefit when it comes down because you don't have to pay for it. You just
Right.
have to put in work. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And when you do what you love, it's not actually work, right? Is that not what they say?
Yeah, that's exactly what they
Yeah,
say. Look,
exactly.
everything I did it for free, and then eventually it started paying. Uh, but it gets the most of guys because the question I get asked a lot now is, "Hey man, do you make money on YouTube? How much money you make? You think I could start a channel?" And it's like I didn't start like that at all, so I know you're not going to go anywhere. So you
They
know,
just jumping straight, like straight
yeah,
to the point, right? They're not even trying to ask for no advice. They're like, "Hey, man, how much money you make?" And I'm looking to start a channel.
yeah, you're gonna quit in a week, and that's anything you do in life. I don't care if you start a business or something.
Yeah.
You're gonna quit in a week if you're going off just money and
Oh.
you're not enjoying it. You know.
Oh no. Yeah. No, man. Like this was just started out of like pure enjoyment, and and when I realized that oh man, I have to pay money to host this and pay money for
Yeah,
this and this and this. I was like, all right, so I better actually really love doing this.
yeah,
So
yeah.
but you just do it, and you do it enough, and you get comfortable at it, and people start to notice, and man, it
It
it it,
works.
it
Surprise
just
yourself.
it just works, man. I even surprised myself. Like I know it's not something like huge to you, but I went down and looked in my last 30 days, I had almost 11,000 views. I was like,
That's
oh,
huge, man.
I
That's
was
huge
like,
to me.
I, I was like, man, that's awesome, dude. Like I haven't hit
Yeah,
that yet. Like I still hadn't broke 10K in 30 days. So when I
yeah.
saw that, I was like, that's awesome. That I I like blacked out all of the like money making stuff, and I was like, share,
Uh,
share. I was like, I gotta
yeah,
actually like share that because I was excited about it, and I was like,
yeah.
like it's not my 15 million views on TikTok for my one video, but it was
Mhm.
cool, man. It was cool for me.
Yeah, celebrate it, Billy. Don't be like me. Uh, Man, I rarely celebrate things, and I
Right.
guess it's a good and bad thing because it keeps me going. But
Right.
like how you say, 11,000 views. If you never got it, celebrate it because
Yeah.
I did 1 million subscribers, right? And I don't have any outside of my wife. I don't have a team or anything around me. So, that's big as far as everyone I meet that's strangers, right? And they
Yeah.
feel like I should celebrate it. But for me, I looked at it and watched the movie and went to sleep that night. But you have to you got to celebrate your small wins also with your big wins, man. And that's one thing that I'm horrible with doing. I just don't celebrate uh the achievements, man. And it's something I guess I get better at. But if you got 11,000 and you got 15 million one time, I'm pretty sure you could do 20 million.
Yeah. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
brother, man. Well,
yeah.
hey, so you'll be at Fence Tech. I'll be at the retreat. I'll be at a couple other trainings. I'll be at the Houston training that's coming up. My schedule's not in front of me. I'm sorry. I should have put that on there. But
Mhm.
there's a lot of events coming up within the start of this new year, guys. Get yourself to one of them. It doesn't have to be a fence training. Get yourself to some sort of fence event before the like busy season kicks off. Do yourself a favor, do some networking, meet some people inside of the industry. So that way, if you have a question and John has done this before, say I wanted to go put up some pavers. I've never put up pavers. Hey John, how do I do this? Right. So
All right.
networking is the most powerful thing ever. I always say networking will get you places that like hard work won't. That's a very true statement.
Oh yeah.
Get yourself to one of these events. Don't be shy. Go out, meet people, and take home game-changing advice. Because I promise you, doesn't matter who you meet. You might meet like the top foreman at some fence company, and you have a install question that just pops in your head, and he answers it for you. Doesn't have to be an owner. Doesn't have to be a big shot. Just go out, talk to people. Get yourself like to one of these
Yeah.
events. Stop by the like Mr. Fence booth and see Mr. John while you're in Salt Lake as well.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna say this and we're gonna get off because that's real important, man. I made one phone call to Evan Garner. He's down there joking about pavers right now. But I made one phone call to Evan Garner and it introduced me to a whole lot of people in the fence industry. Within 1 month, I was set up in the fence industry to where now I have a account with Master Halco. I have me a place where I can get material delivered for better prices and better quality. Now I know Mr. Sean King. I'm gonna be meeting him for the first time in person out here in Salt Lake City. So how you say, people think networking takes a long time, but by me picking up that phone just to call Evan Garner and asking him about his tools, it has us on this podcast today in less than 2 months, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, it's
absolutely.
really important to network. But only other thing I got to add, I thought about this the other day. I even spoke with Sean about it. I spoke with Evan about it. Sometime in the future, I know we have a lot of fence people on here. I do want to do like a Uncle John fence industry free training just for general people that want to get into the industry, right?
Yeah.
So however it's going to be, I'm gonna do it for free for us, to work how I do. I'm gonna do a
Mhm.
yard for free for my neighbor or whatever. And whatever people that don't have any experience or they just want to see what it's about, they want to come in. It'll be a good introduction as far as, if you have tools that you would like to introduce during that training or things like that. A lot of people get
Okay.
influenced from,
Okay.
things that I tell them. So I think it'll be a good event, if we could get together, do a free training like that. And people kind of watch it all over the place so we could pick the best location. I'm thinking about doing in Louisiana, but I haven't put all the logistics together yet.
Dude, that's gonna be awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm 100% down for that. So just let me know the date and I'll be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, I'll
Yeah.
make sure I bring you some sandwiches.
Give me some Jimmy John's.
That's right. That's right.
All right, brother. Well, we about to get out of here, man. Thank you so much for like coming on, and I will talk to you very soon, and I will see you very soon as well. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, Evan, Sean, everyone that's attending. All right. See you soon, Billy.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Wonderful show. Wonderful show. We'll be back next week, 7:30. Hopefully, I will not have a cold. So Excuse me, guys. I got a pretty badass interview next week lined up. I got Mr. Gus Hernandez lined up to do like an interview on the show. Sorry, guys. This cold medicine is screwing me. But Gus Hernandez of Fence Pros of Texas. It's going to be a great show. Can't wait to ask him about all of these TikTok videos that he's been making like recently.
From the Mr. Fence Academy Studios.
We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Look at that. I'm playing my intro, not my outro. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. I'm going to go get some sleep.